So I've never actually done a video outside of repairing alarm clocks so far, well, except the Sesdomus. So I thought it would be quite interesting to try out a video about clocks I haven't shown on camera. For example, this, which is an Ansonia Brass and Copper Company 30-hour Ogee clock. I think it's Ogee, that's how I pronounce it. And it's had a lot of work done to it. You see the sticker in there, label. And I think it's from 1869 to 1877. Now, let me just get a bit of view on the inside. You don't see that every day. You see the gong in there? I'm going to make it strike in a second. It's weight driven, which the weights are wound up at the top at the moment, but they'll fall down at some point. The dial is, I think it's original with a couple of touch-ups. For example, I did that number 8 myself, because the person who did it before used a thick sort of black paint, which really didn't match, so I had to sort of rub it off, and you can see a bit of white behind it, like a white area. That's where I rubbed the old one off, and I drew my own one on, so I could get those thin lines as well as the thick ones as well with a pencil. And I think it's worked pretty well. Also, that hour hand I made myself with a cut up Diet, I think it was Coke Zero can, and a broken hand off another clock, which works pretty well, I think. You got the pulleys at the front. The whole case is made of wood. I think it's pine with mahogany veneer. You got a painted glass tablet, which is not in the best condition. It's got flowers on it. Not sure what kind of flowers they are. There we go. A nice little red window to see the pendulum in, which you can barely see right now because there's not much light, so I'll just get a torch. So in there you can see the pendulum swinging back and forth. There we go. And I think we should hear it, because it's actually running slow at the moment, a few hours, because I had to stop it overnight because a lot of clocks in my bedroom right now and it's going to be very loud, so I can't sleep. It only strikes on the hours, as do a lot of these older ones. There we go. Did that go 11 or 12? I can't remember, I didn't count. So that's this one. I've got another one to show you in a second. Another thing about this case. When I got this from like a vintage emporium for furniture and stuff. And it had been covered in like a black lacquer. Probably in the 1920s or something. All over except one of the sides. And you can still see it on the bottom. That's where I left it on there, just for a bit of safekeeping. You can see a little bit of up here as well, which I didn't touch. But the front and the sides, we stripped it back and polished it and waxed it. And it probably needs a varnish, to be honest, because I don't think it would have originally been just plain veneer. It probably has some sort of finish on it, but I quite like the way it looks at the moment. That's this one. I'll show you the other one now. So this one's also an Ansonia. This one does actually still have that dark black sort of lacquer put on it, which I haven't touched yet, which I might do one day, but it's nice to have one and the other. And I think it quite works with the feel of the clock. It's all dark and it's got sort of Easter symbolism on it. So quite sort of Gothic revival, sort of Victorian time thing. Same label as the other one, so it's probably the same time period. Another thing I've noticed about these clocks, actually, they've both got the same thing, so I'll just show you on this one. But on the B on brass, the bottom left corner is missing. Not on the paper, but the actual stamp itself. So that might mean that we could maybe sort of date the clock specifically to that. I don't know if anyone kept a record of when part of the B chipped off on the printing press, but I don't know. These hands are also, I don't know if they're original or not, but these are the ones that came with the clock. I'll just start the clock now because it's been stopped overnight. And this one is very dramatic sounding. It sounds like a demon when you do the strike. So let me just do that now. If I wound it up, that is, I can't remember. Wow. And I'll just shine the light on it because I don't know how much you can see of that right now. It's not a dark, it's a pretty hot day today, but because I'm standing in front of the light, then you can't see much of it. And up here we got my old plastic bottle collection. Maybe I'll cover that in another video, I don't know. So this one is much more original, I think. Apart from the case, this is the original doll. It doesn't look like it's been touched up whatsoever. I mean, most of them have, but these ones, I think that is pretty original there. What do you think? I don't know. So that's this one. Also, this one's got Ansonia clock coat on the gong. The other one doesn't. There we go. So yeah, 2 old Ansonia clocks.